Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this is the final ratio. What I'm talking about are the Spark tokens. So this is the final calculation that the FLR Networks has come up with. For each one XRP held, 1.0073 FLR rounded to 4 decimal places can be claimed. This coming from MARTINCPVALK here on Twitter, and he's posting this blog.flare.xyz, which is the FLR Networks blog that they post to, and this is the final ratio. So I did a video, I'll link it up here, and we talked about this formula down here. XRP owned divided by the total XRP minus the XRP that Ripple owns minus the XRP NPE. And the NPE amount, we didn't know how much that amount was, but now we know these final amounts, guys, and they're all listed down here. The NPE came out to 698 XRP. That's the final ratio. So it looks like the FLR Networks did this calculation for each one XRP held, then 1.0073 FLR rounded to 4 decimal places can now be claimed. So guys, that is the final amount of XRP you will have. So for example, if you own 10,000 XRP, you multiply that by 1.0073, and boom, that's how much FLR you'll get, 10,073 FLR tokens. If you have 100,000 XRP, then you multiply that by 1.0073, and of course you will have 100,730 FLR tokens. Pretty simple math there, so I wanted to thank MARTINCPVALK and of course the people at the FLR Networks for finally giving us those values that we were kind of scratching our head about, like the NPE, so on and so forth. Michael at Val5Links on Twitter posted this: Grayscale crypto AUM shows substantial rise to $15.5 billion in just 3 days, guys. So this number keeps rising and rising. Barry Silbert's Grayscale has added $2.5 billion in just 3 days. Now the company manages $15.5 billion in crypto for its investors. And of course, you know, we're seeing a bull market. This is Bitcoin on the daily. How can we not expect this number to keep going up, right? Bitcoin has breached its all-time high, just did that this week. We are going to continue to see crypto rise. And some are asking me, you know, how do you know how long this rally is going to be? How do you know when we've seen the top? Guys, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Grayscale's crypto holdings surge. Bitcoin keeps the lead. So a few hours ago, Grayscale tweeted that now its crypto holdings have increased by a staggering $2.5 billion over the past 3 days from $13 billion that was reported on December 15th. The company holds its investors' assets in 9 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, and others. So they are choosing some of the top cryptocurrencies here. Obviously, they're not going down the list on CoinMarketCap and choosing some of those random outliers. Of course, there is likely a reason for that. Let me bring up the Grayscale tweet here. So net assets under management, holdings per share, and market price per share for our investment products. Total assets under management is now $15.5 billion. And of course, guys, they've got Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Trust, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, which is an interesting choice, Litecoin, Stellar Lumens, XRP, Zcash, and Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. So these numbers keep rising. Of course, cryptocurrency popularity is continuing to rise. More people in the space are getting interested. More institutional money is coming in. That crypto market cap number keeps rising as, more money is being poured into the crypto market. And this on the heels of something very interesting. So I saw this from James RULEXRP, and he's addressing this to the XRP community. What is the difference in holding physical gold in your house and self-custody of crypto wallets? They both gain value. The government is not asking how much gold I own. Anyone have an answer to this? Comment below. So this is with regards to what is happening right now. Called it KYC for cold wallets is here. FinCEN proposed rules requiring registered crypto exchanges to verify the identity of their customers if a counterparty uses an unhosted or otherwise covered wallet and the transaction is greater than $3,000. This coming from at JTHEACCOUNTANT here on Twitter. Now, what does this mean for U.S. residents? The Treasury has released its long-awaited proposal to restrict money service businesses, including U.S. registered crypto exchanges, from dealing with self-hosted wallets. In a Friday evening announcement, the Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, announced proposed rules requiring registered crypto exchanges to verify the identity of their customers if a counterparty uses an unhosted or otherwise covered wallet and the transaction is greater than $3,000. So they want to prevent money laundering. Obviously, this is kind of the last bastion, I suppose, of cryptocurrency privacy. They want to be able to trace every transaction you make, just like they're able to trace your bank account. Of course, why are we surprised, really? The rule is currently just a proposal. However, the Treasury has given stakeholders 15 days to respond with comments. Rumors of the proposed rules have been circulating for the past month now, with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin on his way out the door as a new administration comes in. They have been viewed as a parting shot at crypto. Of the announcement, he said this rule addresses substantial national security concerns in the CVC market and aims to close the gaps that malign actors seek to exploit in the record-keeping and reporting regime. So, of course, they're doing this, obviously, well, the narrative is they're doing this to thwart criminals, crime, cybercrime, terrorist funding, all that stuff. But this is going to put some restrictions on people with now cold storage wallets where you own your own keys. Okay, if you hold your cryptocurrency on an exchange, they have their own KYC protocols, but now they're suggesting that if you want to take money from an exchange and put it anywhere else, everything is going to be tracked. Anything under $3,000 is fair game, but everything over will be traced and be allowed to be traced by the government, of course. I'm sure some people not happy about this, and James Rule brings up a very good point. You know, any of us can just go to one of those gold exchanges and buy gold bars and put them in a safe at our house, and there's not really anything anybody can do to track that, okay? It's all anonymous. You can bring in cash, buy gold, and store your gold somewhere. How is it any different with cryptocurrency? Respond down in the comments if you have any points that I might be missing here. James RULEXRP also is mentioning this, and I will link this tweet thread in the description of this video if you want to join in on the conversation over there. Now, the crypto market's been doing great, okay? Bitcoin rising, rallying, doing what it should be doing. Okay, we broke all-time high this past week. Now we're going to surpass it, and these trends are looking similar. In past videos, I have taken fractals, and we've, kind of estimated where the price can go. One of the things that's very difficult to do, though, is to estimate the amount of time it's going to take for all these things to occur. One thing I noticed while watching the Bitcoin chart is the fact that every bull rally always kind of takes a little longer for Bitcoin to get to that new all-time high. And so I saw this tweet here from XRPYODA, and it's an image of the Bitcoin rally from 2017 all the way to its height at the end of 2017, and where we are today. And, he's pointing out the same kinds of patterns, and it looks like, the same pattern, but dare I say on steroids. It looks like this Bitcoin bull run is really going to blast this last one out of the water. Now, we've heard predictions for Bitcoin going up as high as 400,000 per BTC. That is the highest one I've heard so far, at least within this current bull run. But the question is when? How long is this going to take? I've always said that the end of 2021 will likely be the top of the bull run, but I don't know for sure. What I do know is that these rallies have taken place over longer periods of time, and so I want to take that differential, that number, that ratio, and apply it to this year's bull run and see where we could possibly see a high for not only Bitcoin, but also for XRP. Okay, so first let's take a look at XRPYODA's image here, and he is suggesting that this little blip up here kind of at the bottom all the way up until mid-2017 is similar to what we're seeing here. Now, of course, we know that the bottom of the last market happened around here, and although on his chart now I couldn't really tell if it was mid-2017 or a little earlier than that, what I'm seeing here is the bottom of the last market. We're looking at the bottom of this market here, if you guys can see where my cursor is. That first move up, okay, that made higher highs in 2016, 2017, or rather actually this was at the end of 2015. We saw some movement, and then we saw this this pattern here, this sharp decrease. Looks very similar to this sharp decrease here. So what I'm going to suggest is that this portion here, okay, is similar to this portion, what we are seeing over here, okay, with bottoms and then that sharp correction, the bottom of the market, then the sharp correction down before we're seeing the leg up. So let's take that as our starting point, guys, and let's see where we could possibly go with this. Now, if I take a date range, if I take it from right around here, okay, the bottom of the market, and we take it all the way to this sharp move down for Bitcoin, okay? we've got about 345 days. This was about a year's worth of time, almost a year. Okay, we've got the bottom of the market to this interesting pattern here, this very, this unique looking price movement. Okay, if I zoom in there, you guys can see there is a sharp move up, a bit of a move down, a bit of a curl, and then another sharp move down. We can see the same thing happen here, move up, move down, a bit of a curl, and a sharp move down. So if we take the bottom here, let's take the bottom and we move all the way over here. We've got about 455 days. So over here, we saw that happen in about 345 days. And currently in the 2020 bull market, we're looking at 455 days. Okay, great. So now we have a basis of how much longer it's taking to make this type of move. So if we bring up the calculator and we just divide 455 divided by 345, we get a differential of about 1.32. Let's call it 1.32, round up, 1.32. Now, from here to here, okay, this is the rest of the move. Let's just bring up a fractal pattern here just to kind of give us a sense of where Bitcoin could go from here. Okay, so we've got the fractal pattern, and this brings us up almost to about $150 for a Bitcoin, $144 for a Bitcoin. But we're not looking at price right now. What we're looking at is the amount of time it could take. So let's go back to this date range tool here and take this range here all the way to the all-time high for Bitcoin, which was roughly 500 days, about 502 days, okay? 502 days from this point here onward. So where would that take us, guys? 502 days. Well, first, actually, it's not 502. We're going to have to multiply it by our 1.32. So if we take this number here, 455 days, and multiply that by 1.32, that should be the differential. We're getting to a price, or not a price, we're getting to a date range, or rather an extension of another 600 days, give or take. So date range tool here, let's bring it up here. And so where would 600 days bring us? 600 days would bring us to roughly November 2021. So this would be, let me see if I can just put a line here just to show you guys a vertical line here for 600 extra days. Okay, taking that 502, multiplying it by 1.32 would bring us to about 600. So this fractal pattern would actually extend to about here, okay, if we are to predict how much time it could take based on this, based on the previous amount, comparing it to today, and then adjusting a projected adjustment for Bitcoin's all-time high. So if we look at Bitcoin and project that the Bitcoin all-time high is going to happen somewhere around early November 2021, what does that mean for XRP, guys? We know altcoins and Bitcoins do act a bit differently in rallies. We know Bitcoin is the leader of the pack. We know that Bitcoin saw its all-time high back in the 2017 bull run on about December 16th or 17th, right in around here. And what happened to XRP in that time? Let's bring up XRP real quick here. XRP in that time went up, what was it, the 17th, right around here, to its all-time high. Let's zoom in on that. So we have the 17th in and around here, and XRP's all-time high was around here. So it took another 18 days, okay, for XRP for that last altcoin pump. This was the alt season of 2017, where we saw everybody dump their money because Bitcoin hit an all-time high over here. People dumped their money, took it out of Bitcoin, pumped it into alts. Alts rallied another 300, or rather XRP rallied another 341%, I believe it was. And it took 18 days for this price action to occur before the beginning of the bear market. So 18 days. Now, if that is the case, I'm just going to bring up the BTC chart over here because we've been doing the work on the BTC chart. If that is the case, guys, and we take 18 days, multiply it by another 1.32 times 18, that would mean that we would expect XRP to hit all-time high roughly about 24 days after this point here. Okay, so 24 days would bring us to about 24, it's all the way back here. 24 days would bring us to roughly the end of November. So we'll call it November 27th, 2021. I'll put another vertical line there just to show you guys what that would be. Okay, so early November, we're looking at Bitcoin price reaching a new all-time high, XRP price not long thereafter, only about 24 days. So guys, we're aiming for less than a year, about 11 months away, projected based on historical models, what Bitcoin did in the past, the differential in time that it's occurring today based on previous fractals and what we're seeing in the charts. This is why I keep saying 2021 is looking very, very bright for cryptocurrencies. This is also why you're seeing, institutional money pouring in now, because in 2021, we are going to see major inflows. And again, guys, I don't have a crystal ball. Obviously, I am just ballparking these dates. Obviously, I don't know if this is going to happen for sure or not. This is not financial advice. Always do what you think is best with your hard-earned money, because that's just it. It's your money. It's not my money. This is what I think is going to happen, though, in and around here. I mean, give or take a few weeks or a month here or there. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.